What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down how we can minimize risk in Amazon wholesale and make big profits as a result. I'm Mike Sieben and I am a 7-figure full-time Amazon seller. I sell via the Amazon wholesale method, and today's video is going to teach you how you can take virtually all of the risk off of the table and how you can get started or accelerate your Amazon wholesale business in 2022. So who's ready to learn? Who's excited to get started? Let's hop into today's video and let's get going. What's going on, Accelerate group? We are back today with another training video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Amazon wholesale advantage, minimizing risk and making big profits. So today we're going to break down all of the reasons why Amazon wholesale is such a great business model, and specifically we're going to be talking about how little the risk is of actually getting started with this business model. Now, I'm going to come out ahead of the pack and say there's no such thing as a zero risk business. That's just entirely not possible. But I am going to demonstrate to you how little the risk can be with Amazon wholesale and all of the reasons why it is a good bet and a great business to get started if you're looking to start an online business here with us in this year. So in order to understand why Amazon wholesale is such a great business model, let's first understand some of the numbers that actually go into it. And to do that, we're just gonna even look at the Amazon Prime memberships. And why this is such an important statistic is because in the Amazon wholesale model, we are actually gonna be utilizing the FBA or Fulfilled by Amazon program. And by using that program and by sending all of our inventory to Amazon and have them handle it for us, we actually get access to their Amazon Prime customers. So as customers sign up for an Amazon Prime membership in their buying accounts and they purchase items that have Amazon Prime eligible badges, they are able to actually receive their items in 1 to 2 days. And the beautiful thing is we can enroll in that program by using Amazon FBA so that their customers and our customers receive their items and in as little as a single day, making it an absolutely seamless process. And so here we're looking at the number of Prime memberships and how they have grown. This stat comes to us from a website called Statista, and this shows all the way back from 2013 and projecting all the way up to 2025. So as you can see, back in 2015, they were hovering kind of right around that 25 million Prime membership mark, which is incredible and fantastic. That means there's 25 million people across the United States that were signed up for the program. But as you can see, when we're sitting here in 2022, they're hovering around 150, 160 million Prime members that are signed up to this service. And so these members are more willing to purchase products from Amazon than any other marketplace, and they're more willing to return again and again and again and utilize that membership to purchase items. So as we can see, from 2013 up until 2022, where we are now, there's been exponential growth and there's been exponential uptake on the Prime membership statistic. And so because of that, there are more people on Amazon than ever before, meaning the opportunity for sales has absolutely never been greater than it is today. And even looking at those projections, even though it looks like it is flattening out a little bit, going from 150 to 160, 170 million people is no small feat, and the market will no doubt continue to grow. All right, now that we understand the vast customer base that is on Amazon, let's get a little more specific and let's talk about Amazon wholesale. And so there's 4 key points that I want to point out to you guys, and I want to discuss to really talk about how we can minimize the risk to a near zero level and be able to understand why this is actually such a great business model. So the first thing that we have to remember about this business is that we are launching products with already proven brands. So this means that there's no launching period. We're not bringing our own product to market. We're not spending big dollars on advertising, pay-per-click ads, whatever the case may be. We are essentially finding products that have established brand names that people are already looking for, and we're simply sourcing those at a wholesale price and reselling them in the exact same place that we found them from in the first place. So by doing that, we are allowing ourselves to effectively pre-research all of the items, figure out how well they're gonna sell, how much money we can make before we even consider spending a single cent on inventory. So we already have a fantastic idea on how much money we can make and how many units we can actually sell before we actually even engage in speaking with suppliers and purchasing these items. The second thing to note is that these items are domestic, meaning that they're in the marketplace that we are looking at, right? And so for this example, we're talking about Amazon.com. And so we're gonna be purchasing items from US suppliers and selling them on the Amazon.com or the Amazon US marketplace. And so by doing that, we're purchasing items that are literally on the shelves of our suppliers. And by using this model, we're able to have lightning fast shipping times as little as a couple of days. And so we're going to contrast that against a lot of other business models where maybe you're dealing with suppliers from overseas. As we all know, we've recently went through a worldwide pandemic, which has related to massive shipping delays, increased cost in shipping, all of that type of thing. And so with Amazon Wholesale, we're able to speed up that process. We're able to take it from point A of not even having the product, looking at what our suppliers have, to point B of us being in stock on Amazon in as little as a couple of days to a couple of weeks instead of 3 to 6 months. So the time in which you're flipping this product is much lower and thus lowers the risk level. Third thing to talk about is the UPC codes or identifiers that come with these products. Again, these are already established. All of these products have been sold in the marketplace. Maybe they're being sold in brick and mortar retail stores. So we know that when our supplier gives us a UPC code and we can match that up to an item, we know that item is the item that we intend on selling. So there's no back and forth with a factory trying to perfect a design. There's no back and forth with our supplier trying to make sure, it's the right item that we actually see on Amazon. We can actually utilize these codes to match it directly up to the item that we want to sell, thus making sure that our end customer is satisfied with the product they get and it's exactly what they thought that they were buying. And the fourth thing, and my favorite thing about Amazon Wholesale, is we are able to do the product research in advance, but further to that, we are always testing our orders, right? So let me just paint a little bit of a picture and a little bit of an example for you. If we were to go on Amazon and let's say we found a household product, and let's say that was a liquid soap, maybe a hand soap, right? And so we're taking a look at this item and we'll say this hand soap sells 500 units per month, and that's not an unrealistic number by any means. Next, we're gonna say the item has 3 competitive sellers. So it currently has 3 sellers that are in competition, that are priced well, and we are the 4th seller that's going to come in and we're going to source this item too. So we would take those 500 sales, we would divide them by the 3 competitive sellers, but also add ourselves into the mix, because if we're selling, we're going to be sharing those sales with them. And so we're going to take that 500, divide it by 4, and we end up with 125 units per seller or per person. And so now we know if we were to source this item and sell it, we can expect to sell approximately 125 units on a monthly basis. And so now the amazing thing, and this is where the risk is absolutely lowered to minimum, is we can actually make a test order of that item. So if I was ordering the item, maybe we say 125 items is what we can sell in a month. Maybe I'll buy somewhere around half of that. Maybe I'll buy 60 units. or I'll buy 48 units or 50 units, right? And so being able to test that, we say, okay, we can make this much money, we can sell this many per month, but I don't want to take the risk of a full month's worth of inventory in case this isn't accurate, in case I'm a little bit off, right? So by buying 1 to 2 weeks worth of inventory and sending that into Amazon, then we're able to track and see, okay, how long did it actually take for that to sell? Did it take 1 week? Did it take 2 weeks? Did it take 2 months, right? Maybe our research was a little bit off. That's rarely the case, but we have that opportunity. And so now we do that testing and we see, okay, it took 2 weeks for us to sell 60 units. That's bang on to what I thought my research would show us and what my research did say. So now I can go back to my supplier and I can buy 125 units or another 100 units, send those in, and again, see how that performs and see how that goes and how much money we actually make. And then you can rinse and repeat that process, right? So we've now minimized almost all the risk by having proven products, by buying domestic items with quick shipping times, by buying items that have identifying codes that match the item up for us, and ultimately testing our orders and making sure that we're not ordering too much on our first go of it. And by doing that and following these 4 steps and paying attention to these 4 things from Wholesale, we're taking almost all of the risk off the table, meaning the investment that you put into this business and this investment that you put into your inventory is about as safe as it could possibly be. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today in this video. I hope that I've done a fantastic job of painting a picture of why it is so important to consider risk and how we can actually minimize that risk when following the business model Amazon, FBA, Wholesale, and specifically through the accelerated model that we've been talking about here in this group. If you guys did like this video, please head down and make sure you're smashing the like button. It actually helps out the algorithm and it makes sure that the most amount of people actually see this post and get delivered this training. It is much appreciated. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you guys in the next training. Take care.